Hi, this is Edith, Educational Technologist at Oregon Tech, and in this video I am going to go over some of the presentation options you have in Skype for Business. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the present icon, and I am going to go over the first three, which is the Present Desktop, Present Programs, and Present PowerPoint Files. So starting with Present Desktop, if I click on that, what's going to happen is my desktop is going to be shared with everybody, and you'll get the following message so you're aware that anything that's on your monitor will be seen by everybody in the meeting. So just say okay. And I actually have an attendee, so I'm going to see if I can bring them up and see if I can get their view. So now you're going to see what your attendee is actually going to see on the other end. Now what I can do is I can pop myself out if I want, just to have that up there so that it just doesn't interfere with some of the information that I'm getting here. So this is what the attendee actually sees, and it's kind of confusing. It's almost like Inception here. And so that's me presenting to my desktop and giving control. So if the person wants to give control, I can choose whether or not to give them control or not. So actually I can say request control, and it shows up as somebody requesting control. And I'm going to say no just for this purpose. And then they would get an accept. You know, that's not going to happen. I can also give control automatically. I don't suggest you use this option just because people will automatically grab it. So just be aware of that. And when you're done, just click Stop Presenting. And so then their screen goes back to just seeing you and them as the people in the room. Your next option you can have is here. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this back in. So that's called popped in and popped out. So that way you can just keep that on the top of your screen. Okay, so next thing I'm gonna do is present a program, and this is kind of a nice feature because then this way you can just select what they see. So if you just want to show them one program and not your whole desktop, you can go ahead and click on that and click Present. And again, and be aware, read all your information here so that you're aware of what they can see. So go ahead and say okay. And so now let's see if we can see what the other person gets to see. I'm going to go ahead and minimize that. And it does take a few seconds for it to upload, so be aware of that. Okay, so you can see now this is all that they're seeing. They're not seeing my full desktop. They cannot see down here. They can't see over here. They're just seeing the program. And so that's a nice feature to have, especially if you want to work something over here and, you know, do some extra work over here that you don't want your attendees to see. So then after that is done, again, we can request control, and I can say yes. And so now as the participant, I now have control, and I can ask questions and point to questions that I might have. And so, and then I can take back control. And again, if you want, pin this to the desktop. I recommend doing that just because in that it shows that you're presenting and you don't forget, so that you might accidentally open something else that you don't want your students to see or the people you're meeting with to see. The other thing that you can see now presenting, there's a yellow line all the way around the program. So that's how you know what's being presented onto the screen. And then again, press Stop Presenting. All right. And then the next thing we're going to discuss is present PowerPoint files. So if you just want to do a PowerPoint file, just browse to the area where your PowerPoint is and click Open. It does take a few seconds to do. So I want you to be aware of that. It you know, I would suggest you upload it first if that's something you want to do, and I'll show you how you can switch between that and your presentation real quick here. So it's now going ahead and it's going to be presenting. It's still loading. Okay, so now it showed up. Like I said, it takes a few seconds. I actually had to put my video on pause for just a little bit to show it to you. But what's a nice feature in here is that you can actually write onto the document with your mouse or your pen or whatever, if you have a pen or a touch screen. So you can actually write on the document, and they will see it on their end as well, as you can see here. And then you can flip through your presentations. And if you have dual screen, you can also view your notes on the other screen, and then again they would only see what they're seeing right now. And then when you're done, you can, before we leave, to switch back and forth between content, you can actually go to manage content, and these are the 3 things that are available to still present. So I can choose to present the Camtasia Studio instead of the PowerPoint. And then again, when you're done, just stop presenting. And then that stops it from both ends, as you can see. And so those are the first 3 things that you can do on your presentation icon.